Alright guys, so you all know the buy a box promo, Kenrith the Return King, 4 and a white, tap a red, all creatures gain trample and haste until end of turn. You can tap a green and one of any other, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. A white and 2, target player gains 5 life. Blue, 3 of any, target player draws a card. Or black and 4, put target creature from a graveyard on the battlefield under its owner's control. So I want to build a deck around this guy, a group hug deck, so that is coming. We're going to start with the box first, and we're going to open the collector's booster last. So let's do that. Rip right into that sucker. So I'm hoping for a few cards. I want the Merfolk Secret Keeper. It's a common, but I really like the storybook frame, so I'm really hoping to get that in this pack, and if not in this pack, then when we get the actual box. So let's see what we have. Cracked some packs. Fairy. Dwarven Mine. I'm going to put those lands somewhere separate because I really want to make sure that I get those. These are pretty cards, like the art. Black Lance Paragon is our rare for this pack. Pretty Island. And On Adventure. On an Adventure is the token. Need that. I have a feeling we'll be on several adventures. Fairy Guide Mother. Was hoping for that card, so glad I got that. I'll put that with cards that I need to do something with. Earth Knight. It's cool. Whenever it attacks. Oh, Gingerbread Cabin. Let's see. Lock Dragon. It's pretty. Piper of the Swarm, nice. And a foil Silver Flame Squire. Piper of the Swarm is a warlock. We'll be doing something with him. Plains and our, you see that there. Hopefully that's alluding to the fact that we're going to get one of those in one of our packs. So. Witch's Cottage, nice. Sir Conrad the Grim, legendaries have a place, and Castle Lochthwain, Castle Lochthwain. There we go. It's gonna be a good one. Foil Opt, pretty. Flames. And a food token, nice. So let's put the food token over there. So we'll be doing something with the Barrow Witches as well. Another Dwarven Mine. Torbrand, Fane of Fail, nice. And a Hypnotic Sprite, foil. Nice. Foil's a pretty swamp, look at that. And a Night token. like these noble cards. So they've added Warlock, Noble, and Peasant are new creature types as of this set. And then we also have Food as a new artifact type as of this set. Beloved Princess. Sage of the Falls. Folio of Fancies. Nice. And the fairy token. Right there. And then let's see that Sage of the Falls again. I was trying to make out the art when they previewed this card for it, but yeah, it's hard to really make out what exactly that is. Yeah, I know it's a merfolk, but yeah, sure. Well, Mystical Sanctuary needed it. Let's see. Our first storybook frame, Shepherd of the Flock, aka Jesus. And look at that. Stone Coil Serpent. That's actually a really good card. Reach, trample, protection from multicolored. Cost X. Enters the battlefield with however much you pay for it. Number of +1/+1 counters on it. And prettiest human token yet. Also looking for things that I know need to go into other decks while I'm opening the pack, so that's what some of my hesitation is amounting to. Flaxen Intruder, Tournament Grounds. Feasting Troll King. Huh. Vigilance Trample. When he enters the battlefield, if you cast it from your hand, create 3 food tokens. Sack 3 food tokens. Return him from your graveyard to the battlefield. Activate this ability only during your turn. That's a pretty good card. And another food token. Fervent Champion. I understand that to be the winner of... Oh, here it is at the bottom. 2018 World Champion Javier Dominguez. It's pretty cool. I have your card, bro. Here it is. And a foil Embereth Shieldbreaker. Look at the art in this set. Look at that island. Ah. Food token. Nice. Bam. Foils. Gonna go through the bulk stuff later, separate out the commons and uncommons from the rest, from each other rather, and then organize those as well. There's Ariel. I got her. She will go in Kumena, rather resentfully, but she will go in. Gingerbread Cabin. Animating Fairy. That's a pretty one. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes. Put 4 counters on it. Pretty. Sir Eleonora the Discerning. Mirror Maid. That's actually, I think that could go into a deck, into Emery rather. I'd have to look and see what I can take out for it rather. But we'll see. And then a foil Savvy Hunter. The Forests of Garenbrig. You can tell it's got the big stones there in the back. And another human. Lenore's legendary, so she needs to go here. Bam. There we have it. In English. Theros Beyond Death. Elspeth. Heroes Preserve. Heroes Persevere. Wow, forgive me. Heroes Persevere. Look at that. Bam. Escape to the Wilds. Exile the top 5 cards of your library. You may play cards exiled this way until end of your next turn. You may play an additional land this turn. Plains, bam, and Human Warrior. Forgive me, the sound in the background. I live in LA, so there is always plenty of stuff going on. Another Ariel. Guess you didn't get to see it all that good the last time. There she is. Dwarven Mines. Gingerbrute. Look at that guy. He's pretty funny. So you see him. Food is not a creature type. Food is an artifact type. Golem is his creature type. It's important to note. Nice. That is probably going to go in Atla. Yeah, I think I could use that in Atla, so I'm going to add that. Look at that swamp. Nothing special about this one. Just making sure I'm at a good angle where you guys can see everything. Nice planes. Brazen Borrower. Nice. I think that's one of the pricier mythics in the set right now. Swamp and the food token. Insatiable appetite. It looks like a fae of some kind has been cursed and made bigger. Outlaw's Merriment. That's a good one. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose one at random. Create a red and white creature token with the following characteristics. Well, with those characteristics. 3/1 human warrior with trample and haste. We saw that one. A 2/1 human cleric with lifelink and haste, or a 1/2 human rogue with haste, and when this creature enters the battlefield, it deals 1 damage to any target. I really want to foil one of these. I can't wait to buy a bundle because I'm pretty sure that's one of the few ways of getting them. Organize these. The lands are starting to get wild. Get it? The wilds. Eldraine. No, good. If I see that on any of your memes, I will be crediting myself, just so you know. You know what I noticed? Rowan gets a lot of love in this set, and Will is just as much a part of this set as Rowan is, but he's in like zero of the promotional stuff. Like zero. Queen of Ice. I actually preferred this picture, or excuse me, this art to the storybook art, so I'm glad that I got this one. I really like her flavorfully. She doesn't really have somewhere to go. Does she tap? Yeah, she does. She's gonna go with. Yeah, for sure. She's gonna go with Tez in my Tez deck. I never actually saw the not storybook art of this, so this is actually a first time seeing this art to me, and it's absolutely hilarious. Pretty. Devotion, yo. That devotion for Theros. Yorvo. Nice. He enters the battlefield with 4+1/+1 counters on him. Whenever another green creature enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Then, if that creature's power is greater than Yorvo's power, put another +1/+1 counter on Yorvo. Oh, look at that island. Good job, Nils Ham. That's pretty. Another human. Yeah, there's some good stuff. That was a good pack. I like that pack. Every pack does not have to have $1,000 rare in it to be a good pack. Sometimes it's just nice to get the things that you're looking for. And to have some useful cards, like things that you can go back through later on and know that you're going to be able to get some good utility out of. And when you build jank decks like I do, there's definitely a lot. Cards start looking better to you. Murderous Rider. That's a good one. That one's like $13 right now. Nice. Actually, I'm going to put that into Verena. That could go in there quite nicely. And Forest. Another On an Adventure. I think I could do something with that. I just need to figure out what place it's going in. Hushbringer, nice. That might have somewhere it needs to go as well. Foil Vantress Paladin. But I don't know where yet. And then Mountain with fairies. You can see all the little fairies in there. It's nice. Food token. Merfolk Secret Keeper, the regular one. Another Mystic Sanctuary. Want as many of those as they will give me. Shine Chaser. Pretty. Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah. Bam. Food token. Bam. Sorry about that. Castle Gambrig as the rare. Island. On an adventure as the token. Castle of Andrus. So I have 3 of the 5 lands in the cycle so far, if you're keeping count, which is 11. Need to go through and pull the other witch cards out because, well, I'll do that later. But the witch cards are potential for my witch deck, my witchcraft deck, as I call it. I'm pretty sure. Ventress Gargoyle. And a foil to Unveiled Treefolk. For a foil storybook frame to Unveiled Treefolk, rather. Okay, now I have a lot of it. Huh, nice. Cauldron of Eternity. I really don't have anything to do with that, honestly, that I've thought of just yet. Boar. Just cottage. Castle Embereth, that's 4 of 5 lands. Dwarf token. Witch Claw Talisman and a foil Brimstone Trebuchet. Actually, I'll be going somewhere. Witch Claw Talisman. That Witch Claw Talisman is actually, I hope I get another one of those because while I wanted to go in my witch deck, it may actually go more in Aminatou. Stolen by the Fae. That's probably going to go in Una. Yeah, it's probably going to go in Una. Island. And bam. Witch. Embercleave. Not foil, but came smudged. Who had my pack? Who had this pack? And a rat. Fire is an invention. Can only cast spells during your turn, and you can cast no more than 2 spells each turn. You may cast spells with converted mana cost less or equal to the number of lands you control without paying their mana costs. Not very useful for me. Legendary. Well, we spoiled our foil for ourselves, but maybe not for you, watchers. Mystical Dispute. Could use that. Giant Killer. Nice. Chop down. Nice, nice, nice. And there's our foil, Ironcrag Pyromancer. Swamp Bear. Looks like we've got 6 packs in the box. Oh, no. Okay, a few more. 7 packs, maybe. This is the one that everyone's having altered to look like House Moving Castle, of course. Sundering Strokes, the rare. Nice. Foil Smitten Swordmaster. On an adventure. Grumgully the Generous. Sir Farron the Hengehammer. And a Clackbridge Troll. And the prettiest of the planes from the set. Sorcera the Bold. Doom Foretold is the rare. And we have a foil mythic Realm Cloaked Giant. It's going to go there. It's going to go there. Swamp and On an Adventure. These cards smell so good, y'all. No Planeswalkers yet. No Oko, no Garrick. No Royal Scions. Dwarven 9. Pinocchio. Opportunistic Dragon. Island. Eldraine. A Witch's Cottage. 2 in the same pack. That's really cool. There she is. IRF, first of Loch Flame. Was hoping to pull her. Got her. Island. On an adventure. I'm gonna open it. Looks like there we go. Worthy Knight is the rare. Whenever you cast a night spell, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Now, I'm thinking that my Kenrith deck is going to have a sub theme. It's going to be infinite mana, and then, you know, basically just to abuse his effects. But all the creatures that are going to be in the deck will probably end up being knights. And a giant. That's actually our first giant. Sorry, right there. If I don't you. It's our first giant and a mountain. So people have been looking at the combo Fling and Claim the Firstborn. It is pretty mean. And a Fabral Elder, which is also going in the Kenrith deck, as a matter of fact. So maybe not just knights. This is the second to last pack. Another Mystic Sanctuary. Order of Midnight. An Oathsworn Knight. Nice. And Swamp. Last pack in the box, and then we have our collector's pack. Hypnotic Sprite. Deafening Silence. I feel like that goes in a deck as well. Charming Prince, and we have a foil forest. Nice. That's gonna go with the foils, actually. But that Charming Prince definitely goes down there. Lanes. Not the worst box. Not the worst. Could have been better. Alright, so let's do this collector's pack. Nice. Gingerbread Cabin. Oh, nice. Curious Pair. Twin Veiled Tree Folk. Flutterfox. Red Cap Raiders. Sign Scarecrow. Turn into a pumpkin. Twin Veiled Tree Folk. The Queen of Ice. You'll see. The other art is better. There's a non-foil Curious Pair. Hey, there's our first Planeswalker, and unfortunately it is the Planeswalker deck, Rowan. Ugh. Extended Art Sundering Stroke, and Stolen by the Fae, and a foil rat / food. So hopefully the collector's pack has, or box has a lot better for us than this did. I am excited to have the Curious Pair foil. It's actually really pretty, to be honest with you. But yeah, thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you when we get the collector's box.